Heyo, welcome to this video. ABAKETONEBORIKEJ here. So this is like a re-upload, but not exactly. Is that I'm having problems with this channel. ABAKETONEBORIKEJ has had a lot of success, but at the same time, some things are happening, so I have to re-upload a whole bunch of videos that are supposed to be helping with my channel numbers and my stats, the calcs. So show me the calcs, right? So anyway, I'm going to represent this video about Puerto Rican height. So I just hope that you like this video. So I basically walk into a bank, and when I walked into the bank, I'm at the line and I'm looking at these two dudes right in front of me. They're obviously Puerto Rican, but one of them is like 3 feet tall, and the other one is like 6'4". So I'm looking at these two guys. One of them is like 6'4", and the other one is like 4. So it's crazy, the discrepancy in height among my island, country, and nation of Boriken that we love so much. We're so different. We're family, but we're so different. Welcome to this video, the truth about height in Puerto Rico. The truth about height in Puerto Rico can easily be seen with this image that I captured while running errands. But first, I got some channel updates. Due to heavy responsibilities off of this channel, I couldn't make a video celebrating 500 followers, let alone when the channel reached 1,000, and now that it's over 1,500 followers. So consider this a thank you for all of your support. Soon we'll make a celebration video where we'll all meet again. If it wasn't for you, we couldn't have reached this far. I'm going to try to update this video as much as I can. I joined YouTube for, I think it was this same channel in particular, in December 13, 2020. And upon this point, which is 2025, it's September 2022 of 2025, I have 242,358 views. And then, my channel still speaks about the indigenous language of Puerto Rico. And to help with the historical and to help with a whole bunch of things, well, I study genetics and genomics and all that sort of stuff. And let's celebrate. Ooh, celebrate. So anyways, let's celebrate because thanks to you guys, and thank you so much. Don't ever forget it. ABAKETONEBORIKEJ has a total subscriber count of 2,328 subscribers. So thank you so much, and we couldn't have gone this far without you. This channel is you. This channel is the community. So let's go back to the video, and we're gonna talk about some things that are pertaining to most likely the same thing. Nonetheless, thank you for being here. Let's go. Due to copyright reasons, I will delete some videos, remake them, and re-upload them. The list is not greater than 5 videos. However, if this channel copyright situation persists, I will have to delete and remake many videos. But still, all is okay. And now, back to the video. Puerto Rican height can also be easily exampled throughout my own Puerto Rican European ancestry. A cousin to my grandma known to be 7 feet tall, born as recent as 1940. Whereas we also have a great native Taino grandmother that was probably not taller than 4'9". Today, after the result of those mixtures, I am 5'9", which is a common height for Puerto Ricans. Let's analyze this real example of two men. As I observed these, I estimated the one on the left, a very short man, to be around 4'11" to 5 feet in height. The taller one, the man to the right, at not more than 6'3". This is more than a foot height difference. So why is there such a difference amongst Puerto Rican height? In this article, they suggest that the average height in Puerto Rico is a whopping average of 5'10". This average pertains to Puerto Rican historical demography. It also connects immediately to the height displayed in this image of two different types of Puerto Rican men among our very own Puerto Rican culture. Immediately, I tried to answer myself, why was there a big difference between their heights? The reason was obvious. First of all, these men are Puerto Rican. As I observed and analyzed the phenotype of the short man, resembles that of Europeans with high levels of Neolithic farmer DNA. Key ancestral group regarding these genes for shorter stature. This key Neolithic farmer genome may be high and may overlap with other Mediterranean ethnic groups. However, within such an admixed culture, these type of Puerto Ricans would also retain low heights by having some notable levels of Taino ancestry. For some shorter types of Puerto Ricans, Taino ancestry can be even higher than average. At first, when I analyzed the tall man from this backside angle, I thought European. But dimensions to his head, the curled hair even so short, and the hint to maybe an olive skin raised clues to me. I said to myself, he is not entirely of European phenotype. So what is it? As this line mobilized, I was finally able to see the tall man's face. At that moment, I was certain what his phenotype value was. I was able to identify the tall man as a mulatto type Puerto Rican. So how would the taller Puerto Rican type retain their height? It is possible this tall man has African ancestry of strong Nilotic genes, or even the men of the Bantu expansion can carry some ancestry to tall peoples that may reach to West Africa. Moreover, combined with the admixture of the Europeans that carry high levels of Yamnaya-related DNA and their genetic continuity, would retain height among the Puerto Rican population. We will review the ethnic groups further. Historically, Puerto Rico is a culture that harbors some of the tallest and shortest lineages. For short ethnicities with the Boricua gene pool, we may include Taino peoples of native Caribbean. The shorter Europeans seem to be the immigrants that were high in early European farmer DNA, such as South Italians, including Sicilia and especially Sardinia, others like southern France and Corsica, possibly middle and south Spain, lowering average more to the west, from southern Portugal, Extremadura, and Arc to South Catalonia, Portugal North, and Galicia, and other locations to a lesser degree, and as well the southern parts of Ireland and Sephardic Jews. Note, some of these ethnic groups that have high levels of Neolithic farmer may also have short stature due to Ibero-Mauritian cultures that were already short, such as Romans, that are also bearers of higher levels of Western hunter-gatherers, whose average height is lower than the Western steppe herders, but higher than the Neolithic farmers. Tall stature can be attributed to ethnic groups with higher levels of Western steppe herder ancestry, which are the Yamnaya. The ancestry, particularly of the corded whale to the bell beaker cultures, gave higher average height to the Germanic tribes from Lusitania and South Iberia, but especially from Gallia all the way to Galata in Turkey, and all the way to India with Iranics. West Asians and some Middle Eastern peoples may have tall lineages among their cultures. Tall stature can be attributed to ancestral populations that are North Atlantic, West African, and Nilotic peoples' ancestry and lineages. Some specific places we can expect to have higher height averages are the Puerto Ricans who descend from Northern Ireland, Scotland, Dutch immigrants, Northern Italian ancestry, possibly some Ashkenazi Jews, and other peoples that derive from the Balkans, where height may be associated to the southwestern Slavs and Illyrian-related ancestries. North parts of France, central regions and scattered pockets of Portugal, and tall peoples of North Spain, such as much of the Basque and El Reino de Aragon. Although it's not necessarily a rule, the places where tall peoples exist in Spain have also produced short people, and some provinces may be influenced by Germanic kingdoms. But one of the greatest examples of higher average contributors of height among Puerto Ricans is that of the Canarian immigration. Considering the model DNA map pattern of Spain that paints the higher levels of North African DNA in a linear strip that goes from south to north, but not all the way south and not all the way north, which is one way to review how was the Celtiberian ancestry impacted in regards to Puerto Ricans, and the Western steppe herder related criteria for tall stature. Does not necessarily tells us the Moors made Spanish shorter. Moors also had Germanic lineages. Some were described as blonde and blue-eyed. Higher average height in Spain seems to be due to the levels of quarter wear ancestry, Iberian versus Celtic, and other minorities. Reviewing the Moriscos and their modern day average in Morocco, we include their apparent shortness. Thus, places south of Portugal and Andalusia retain short stature. It is possible this pair of Puerto Rican gentlemen don't share the same levels of Taino and are not even from the same original town. My prediction for their maximum Taino ancestry is about 15 to 30% Taino ancestry maximum to the shorter guy, and to the taller man I would imagine not more than 11% Taino ancestry. But other than that, I think these men don't have common ancestry. They would have a common ancestor maybe about 12 to 25 generations down the line. Apart from being Puerto Ricans, the taller man examples mulatto features, and the shorter man may have Corsican or some South Italian ancestry, like Sardinia, if not just plain South European and Mediterranean. And that is the truth about height in Puerto Rico. As of the creation of this channel, I have posted videos of culture and the historical, among other topics, and I have been in contact with the viewers that enrich this channel's investigation, and I have promised the viewer through my own videos or direct contact the following videos. I'll wait for these main videos. This list won't be the only videos to come, as many of the videos I also create sporadically. However, the list of important videos to come are: number 5. We will complete the series, The Taino Genetic Journey, and seal off those series with outstanding new research of the highest level and suggest the most extensive answer. Number 4. We will soon finish the last chapters of this channel's original series, The Boricua Record, and we will soon brush up onto more Taino Boricay language. Number 3. I had started a series about the Puerto Rican historical facts, and I was asked about a video in particular pertaining a Puerto Rican historical fact. Therefore, we might expand onto the Jones Act of Puerto Rico and La Ley for Aquel for the Puerto Rican Historical Facts Part 8 video, and so on. Number 2. I have promised making a remastery of how to identify Taino features in the faces of modern-day Puerto Ricans. This video right here is an incredibly small appetizer to that video I'm creating. When I made that video, being it my most popular video in YouTube, I noticed many flaws and mistakes made. So upon listening to your comments, I promised a remastery of this video on how to identify Taino features in the faces of modern-day Puerto Ricans that will have extremely juicy information, as I have promised to become much better. And because I have been studying for this video in particular, it has taken a bit of time. And number 1, the most extensive analysis about who truly are the ancient North Eurasians. This video will dive deep onto the true origins of the Indo-Europeans, and will also connect the ancient North Eurasians onto how they would also pertain to the Puerto Ricans, the Puerto Rican population. This is of my favorite topics to research, so be sure this video will be a bomb. I'll wait for those videos pretty soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is ABAKETONEBORIKEJ, and I'll see you on the next video.
22 of September 2025 here. We in the future now. So hey, what's up? Thank you for being here so much. Like, share, subscribe, like this video.
and buy me a coffee. Thank you.